Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good! And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good! Okay, well let's learn English together. And hello again! Ketchup sandwiches for everyone! Welcome back, people, welcome back. And how are you all today? What about you, Batman? Are you still afraid of what you saw on that fateful Wednesday? Come on, Batman. Tell us what you're scared of.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay. Prove it.
Oh, I will.
Good.
Do you know what the BAT in Batman stands for?
Not really.
Best at teamwork. Best at teamwork. Man is my full name.
Oh, come on, Batman. You don't have to pretend to us. We all know how painful it was. I mean, after all, the same thing happened to the Eye of Sauron a couple of months back. He looked at Colossus at exactly the wrong time and he paid the price. He hasn't been the same ever since. So, honestly, how do you feel? Oh, God. I give up. Batman, you're hopeless. All right, we'll pretend that nothing ever happened. We'll just sweep it all under the carpet and pretend that everything's okay. All right, now moving on and leaving Batman to have a nervous breakdown on his own. How are we all today? Are you all having fun? Yes, and you know what else we know, don't you? Yes, even if Batman's not cooperating and is sulking in the corner somewhere, we know that because of the change in the weather, because of the season change, Colossus is no longer a colossal problem. In fact, he's no longer a problem of any size. We can direct our gaze anywhere we fancy. Up, down, round and round. It makes no odds. Apart from the fact that if we look round and round for too long, then we'll get dizzy and possibly fall over. So maybe looking round and round isn't the best idea. All right, and as we also all know, we're on television. This is a television show. And that word at the end is very important. Vision. The English word we get from the Latin visus, and meaning related to sight or seeing. So this is a visual medium. This is audio-visual. This uses both sight and sound to communicate. Okay, but if we don't look straight ahead, if we don't look at the screen which is in front of us, then we're going to miss at least half of the message, maybe more. So yes, we can look all over the place, but it's probably not the best idea to do so. Save your neck exercises for later. For now, keep your eyes glued to the screen. All right, well, you know what day it is, and I know what day it is. And that means, yes, where is she? She should be here by now. Enid, are you there? Paging Mrs. Fotherington Smythe. Paging Mrs. Fotherington Smythe. Enid, where are you?
What ho, Mr. Duncan? What ho? How are you today?
Ah, hi Enid. Good to see you. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. And what about you? How are you today?
Absolutely wonderful, my dear fellow. Abso-blooming-lutely wonderful. I tell you, Gav, this yoga thing works wonders.
I'm glad to hear it. Is it just the yoga or is there something else too?
Well, it's not only the yoga, obviously. It's the yoga, the meditation sessions with Latse, and yes, the advice that Yogi Pear's assistant, Lulu, has provided regarding nutrition and the like.
Oh, so it's definitely a holistic approach that you're taking then.
Oh, yes, most definitely. It's all about the whole. It's all about the fact that everything is everything, if you see what I mean. You do see what I mean, don't you?
Yes, I can grasp that concept. It makes sense. No man is an island and all that. And also, following on from that, no part of any man is an island either.
Yes, that's what I think, too. And that's what it said in the latest edition of my meditation magazine. Standing on your head on a snowy mountain top in Tibet, monthly.
Blimey, I didn't even know such magazines existed. There's obviously a magazine for everything these days.
Yes, well, you might have something there. I did see Rupert the other day buying a copy of... Oh, now, what was the title? Let me think. Oh, yes, that's it. The magazine's title was Bears Eating Fish in the Wild Monthly.
Blimey, that's a pretty specific magazine. I don't think I know anyone who would want to buy a magazine like that. What was in it? Do you know?
Well, I thumbed through it, and all it appeared to be was pictures of bears eating fish. You know, outdoors. The only information about the photos was where they were taking.
So, was it a thin magazine?
No, that's what was so surprising. It was a thick magazine. But, as you can imagine, a bit boring.
And this is a monthly?
Yes, and Rupert gets his copy every month without fail.
Blimey, that's a bit odd. Still, never mind, horses for courses. And that reminds me, speaking of Rupert, how's the plan coming along?
The plan? Oh, the plan to compensate Rupert, you mean?
Yes, that's it. How are you getting on?
Well, quite well, I think. I asked Clem and Archie to come round the other afternoon, and while we were having afternoon tea, you know the thing, cucumber sandwiches in the garden with some cool lemonade and cucumber soda water.
What were you drinking? Cucumber water? What? You squeezed the liquid out of a cucumber and then drank it? Wouldn't it be easier to just eat the cucumber?
No. You've got the wrong end of the stick. This wasn't cucumber water. It was cucumber soda water.
Well, even so, what's the difference? One's got bubbles, one hasn't. One is carbonated, one isn't. One is fizzy, the other's not fizzy. It's still the same thing though, isn't it?
No, not at all. Stop blithering on and allow me to explain.
I'm all ears.
Well, cucumber soda water is soda water with cucumber added, that's all. The cucumber just makes the soda water more refreshing.
But how do you put the cucumber into the soda water? Is it sliced, like in the sandwiches?
No, it's sliced, but not the same way. When I slice a cucumber for sandwiches, then I slice the cucumber so that I get small discs of cucumber. You know, so that I can place 2 small, thin discs of cucumber onto the sandwich and then add some cress.
Yes, well, that's how I do it too.
Well, when I'm making cucumber soda water, I slice the cucumber lengthwise so that we get the skin as well in a long slice, which I put into a jug. Then I fill the jug with soda water, and the cucumber flavor fills the soda water and makes the drink more refreshing.
But what about the rest of the cucumber? Now that you've cut the skin off, what do you do with it? Throw it away?
No, of course not. I slice that cucumber to get the cucumber for the cucumber sandwiches.
What? Skinless cucumber sandwiches?
Of course. I never eat the skin. Nobody does.
I do.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I was almost taught that we never eat the skin.
Blimey. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Okay, so tell me, what did you manage to discuss with Clem and Archie?
Oh, yes. Well, I told them about the plan to subtly find out where Rupert would most like to go on holiday and what sort of holiday he'd enjoy the most, and Clem had a wonderful idea. She's very good like that. Clem, she's got a mind like a razor, very sharp, that one.
And what was her great idea?
To bug Rupert's flat. What about that, eh? A crackerjack of an idea.
Well...
What? You don't seem to share my enthusiasm. What's wrong with that idea? Eh?
Well, it's a bit, extreme.
Extreme? How do you mean?
Well, it seems like you're using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Surely all you have to do is steer the conversation in the direction of holidays, and then, well, then you can ask Rupert a few leading questions, can't you?
Yes, you might have a point there. I didn't think of it like that. I think I was a bit caught up in Clem's enthusiasm. You know how enthusiastic she gets.
Yes, she's a little uncontrolled, isn't she?
Well, that's one way of putting it. A nicer way might be to say that she's passionate.
Yes, I suppose so, but hang on. I mean, I don't want to rain on your parade, Enid, but I think I've thought of another snag.
Have you? What's that?
Well, it's one thing that you've decided to bug Rupert's flat.
No, not only have we decided, we've already done it. We went straight to the James Bond Emporium on the high street and bought a selection of bugs. They cost me a pretty penny, I can tell you, but, well, this is no time to spoil the ship for a halfpenny's worth of star. I thought so. I shelled out. But, sorry, you were saying?
Oh, yes, but actually, if you got them, as in the bugs, in place, we can check if I'm right. Did you place the bugs in Rupert's flat, or is that still to come?
Oh no, they're in place. Archie went for a walk in the park with Rupert, and Clem and I placed the bugs in his flat while he was out.
What? Oh, so you're up and running then? Well, have you got the receiver with you now?
Yes, my phone is the receiver, so, well, it's always with me. You know that.
Great. Well, in that case, we can test my theory to see if the snag thing really is a snag.
Yes, you still haven't told me what this snag is.
I don't think I'll have to. Turn the receiver on and let's hear what's going on.
Hey? What's this? It's a bug. Who's putting bugs in my flat? There's another one. 2 bugs.
Yes. See what I mean?
Yes, I think I do. This isn't going to be the big help I thought it would be. Not at all. Well, what can I say? At least we all know now that Rupert's got a good singing voice.
Yes, not that that really helps.
No, that's true. And, well, now, this is a bit of a pickle, isn't it?
Because?
Well, because I know that Rupert only normally sings along to the radio when he's doing the cleaning.
And that means that...
Well, yes, certainly it's a possibility, depending on how thoroughly he cleans his flat and depending on how well we hid the bugs.
he might find them.
Yes, and that wasn't part of the plan at all.
That reminds me, I was going to ask, how were you or how are you planning to get the bugs out without Rupert noticing?
Well, the plan was, and the plan still is, to wait until we get the information we need. Although that idea might have to be revised now. Anyway, the plan was for Archie to call around and suggest a drink in the pub. The plan was for me and Clem to be waiting behind a tree. And when we saw them leave, the plan was to nip into Rupert's flat, gather up all the bugs and then leave.
And go where?
Well, the plan was to go straight to the pub to meet the boys. Coincidentally, you see.
Oh, right. And then you were going to tell Rupert what you'd done?
Yes, that's what the plan was. Although, now that we've been found out, there is a snag in the plan. Rupert doesn't talk to himself. And even if he does, I don't think that it's very likely at all that he'd talk to himself about where he'd like to go most on holiday.
Yes, that was the point I wanted to make.
Yes, and it's a good point, too. I don't know what we were thinking. Clem's enthusiasm swept us all away. With hindsight, it seems like a silly plan.
Yes, well, with the benefit of hindsight, everything's as clear as day. But hang on, what's that noise?
It's a bug. Who put a bug in my house? Maybe there's another one. I'm gonna look.
Oh, biscuits! That's torn it. Oh, help, Bob! What are we going to do now?
I'm not sure. I think you'd better get over to Rupert's place quickly and try to explain what's going on.
You've never given better advice. Oh, crackers! Right, I'm off. Toodaloo, pip, pip, and all that. Chitty bye. Oh, God!
Well, blimey. That went pear-shaped pretty quickly, didn't it? I knew that it was a bad idea. Never mind, I'm sure that Enid will find some way of explaining what she was up to. After all, she was trying to do good. It's just that her methods were a bit, well, off. Poor Rupert, he's probably becoming more and more paranoid with every passing moment. Oh well, never mind. We'll see how it all turns out in the wash. All right, people, it's that time once more. I'm going home, but don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow. See you all later. Have fun, do your chores, and check out the website, www.mediaclick.hu. See you tomorrow. Bye.